This episode is all about the blonde showgirl versus the blonde no girl. Did Erika break her no fighting fast for Lent? Let's talk about it on this week's episode of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. At the beginning of the episode, we get some pre-produced scenes of Dorit talking to PK and Kyle talking to Mauricio. I'll admit, I tuned Dorit's conversation out and didn't take much in. I don't know why, but I'm just not drawn into the story about there being trouble in Dorit's marriage. She's also talking about it in the past tense, so if everything is good, why is this being forced upon our eyeballs? The narrative continues with Kyle and Dorit having another scene talking about how bad their marriages are. It feels so forced when we see Kyle call Mauricio and ask him what was happening while she was away. And he says he went to dinner with PK and said things weren't going well in his marriage. Men don't have conversations like this often, so that's why it feels so forced for the show, like something they were told to mention. And then, as soon as Mauricio starts giving details after Kyle pressed him for them, she instantly changes the subject and asks if Portia got to school okay. Really, Kyle? Even you can't be bothered to keep this scene going. The ladies go out to dinner and they bring out these card games with these provocative questions, trying to drum up, juicy conversation. One of the questions asks if humans are meant for monogamy, and Erika gives some explanation that we aren't because of lionesses choosing the younger lions who can provide and protect or something like that. I have to say, Dorit has been on point in her confessionals.
Even female lionesses will seek out stronger, younger males. Erika, what are you talking about? You married the oldest lion of the pack.
She's been really funny. Kyle talks about not being able to turn a blind eye if Mauricio was cheating. They show a couple of clips over the years of people asking her if Mauricio was cheating and making it seem like it's an agreement between them. But Kyle admits she's definitely not the type of woman who could turn a blind eye to that. Clearly, we've known Kyle over the last 10 years. She wouldn't do that. Erika gets really candid about how she feels now that she doesn't have Tom's money to fall back on, in the same way she was able to rely on it when they were a married couple. I appreciate her saying she's fearful to look at bills or that she's had to scale back and wishes she could live her life without restrictions like she did before and could buy whatever purse she liked or take a trip whenever she wanted. She was being real. She also talked about being comfortable being real now because she doesn't have to constantly be on the defensive anymore. She says she feels some people wish the narrative about her was real, but now since some time has passed, they can see the truth. The shady producers cut to Sutton when she said that. I feel like their little feud is going to be ignited again. This Magic Mike fiasco is the fuel for this fire. We get a scene with the ladies going out to a country bar. They said the bull conductor guy was named Robert, but his shirt said Mateo. Only Kyle and Sutton rode the bull. The scene was very boring. They're leaving the hotel, and Erika's friend from Magic Mike and her creative director were in the elevator. Erika said to Sutton,
"This is your chance to apologize to my friend, who you said was over the top and the show was No, I did not.
We all know Sutton does not like confrontation whatsoever. In their Sprinter van, Sutton says she feels embarrassed that Erika put words in her mouth because she didn't trust the show. She just felt uncomfortable. They all tell Sutton again that she was unhinged at the Magic Mike show, and Sutton starts to get upset and is holding back tears but apologizes for ruining everyone's time. Dorit tries to step in to comfort Sutton, and Sutton was not having it at that moment. She just tells her to basically shut up. I'm sure the rest of the Sprinter ride was awkward silence. We get a second one-on-one Erika sit-down, this time with Garcelle. The first one was with Crystal, and it was definitely giving, we need to film a scene together for show filler, and it's your birthday, so let's go have lunch. They didn't talk about anything memorable. Erika really has turned a corner. She no longer has Rinna in her corner, and she's realized that she's going to have to mend fences. I also think that she might genuinely want to get along with these ladies, so there's a little less chaos in her life. I'm sure if the show is one of her main sources of income, she must want to enjoy most of the time she has to spend with the people she films with. I'm glad she and Garcelle are getting along. Kyle and Sutton also have a sit-down about Vegas. Sutton launches into a weird, over-the-top impression of Erika at the elevator. She's pissed that Kyle didn't defend her. Kyle doubles down and says that Sutton is basically hard to defend sometimes, and she sees different perspectives. They are really talking down to each other in the scene. The producers help to boost Kyle's case because they show multiple scenes where Sutton loses it. I don't know, guys, I'd be more interested in seeing the breakdown of Kyle and Sutton's relationship more than Sutton finding dates or Dorit and PK talking about their difficult year. Anyway, that's it for this week's episode. There was no preview for next week. It was alright, nothing to write home about, but I think we're being set up to see how the group switches back to ganging up on Sutton. If her jealous, childish behavior is going to be continued throughout the season, I can see the group not letting up on her. That I want to see. What did you guys think of this week's episode? Let me know in the comments. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch up next week. Bye.